Hey there, everyone. Howdy, howdy. It is vlog 9, talking watercolor. Hi there, I'm Rusty Nelson. I got to remember to look at the camera. I got my little sticky note right there so I can see the little face I've drawn that I'm talking to that little pink sticky note. Yeah. The things we do. So, hey, this is like my 4th attempt at the vlog today. So, I have been out of practice. I got notes here so I can do this and cover everything, and we'll see. Maybe I can get it done in less than 15 minutes. And my other ones I kind of rambled too. Well, my previous versions, the first time I didn't have the camera settings set up right on the iPad. Second one, I didn't have my audio. I didn't have my mic set up, so it was a mess. It sounded terrible. And then the third one, it just sucked. I didn't like it, so I'm doing it again. This is my 4th take on something that I just need to practice. So bear with me, and thank you for watching. You guys must need something to do if you're watching me. That's all right. I can appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to teach 3 weeks of animation with 7th, 8th, and 9th graders coming up. So I'm going to be busy, like 6 hours a day for throughout the week, and then I think half a day on Saturdays. So yeah, I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff banked and uploaded to YouTube to drop throughout this next 3 weeks. So I do have upcoming tutorials. The things I haven't shot yet are some shorts. I've been trying to drop some shorts. Drawing and sketching ones. I'll try to get them done maybe in the evenings. They don't require a ton of editing. I should be able to do some of those this week. And so yeah, that I'm going to be a busy little camper for the next few weeks. Had some really good responses from viewers on a range of my videos. So kind of looks like people pop in and just some of my videos and had some good comments on those. And if you watched all the way to the end of vlog 8, you got to hear this at least a very abbreviated version of how I managed to lose my finger. So and you're either very nice and not wanting to, or think I'm sensitive about it, and trust me, I'm not. My wife claims I did it on purpose. I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that missing finger. But the students over the years, they've come up with rumors and various stories as to how I lost my finger. So yeah, I've had a lot of practice telling the story, the true story, and a range of made-up stories as well. Walter Mitty type stories about how I lost my finger, being in the war, or I was kidnapped. I was attacked by a bear. I've told the students also. I've even told them the real story, and they never believe any of them, even the real story. So, but yeah, it was just a freak accident when I was a high school kid involving my class ring. So if you didn't make it to the end of the last video, the last vlog, now you've got to hear it on the first part of this vlog. Oh, within the range of my typical viewership. I tend to lose people after about 5 minutes, according to my analytics. So, yeah, the missing finger. Yeah, I've been scaring kids with that fingers for years. Let's see here. Had some really good comments. The one was kind of comical. I think it went back. Somebody must have just watched the painting a color wheel tutorial that I did, and where I was commenting about painting some purple on my porch, and I meant palette. So I have no idea where porch came up from, because I do not have a porch on my house. I have some patios, but no porches, so I have no idea where that came from. Good comments about maybe getting a little more detailed on my process, or decision-making process. And I can definitely realize that's an important thing, why I'm doing something at a certain point. And I try to do that in the voiceovers on some of my tutorials, because I am speeding them up just so that they're not terribly long. I don't want them to be much more than 15 or 20 minutes. So I do strip out the audio and then do a voiceover and try to talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I do need to do maybe a better breakdown of the subject matter, and describing my plan of attack for the piece. So, if you watched any number of my tutorials, you can definitely see it's a standard process. I'll start out with the color blocking, block everything up, and get the color into the spots and locations. And at the color blocking stage, it doesn't matter to any real big extent, because later stage 2 and stage 3 is where you bring all the structure and the detail and the contrast and the saturation to bear. So, but yeah, having a good plan and a strategy moving into your piece is always a good idea, just to work it out. So, but yeah, getting ready. What else? Painting, breaking it down more. Oh yeah, people I think are ready definitely for some more advanced scenes. My reflections tutorial did really well, painting that jug with the reflections on it with the window next to it. That was a fun tutorial. It's got a lot of good views. I've got another one very similar to it. It's another glass. It's a glass pitcher this time with refractions, and plus it has some fabrics, and that should drop next weekend. I have it posted already. Should drop on Saturday. So painting some fabrics in it. It's got a couple lemons in it, so there's some refracted colors in the bottle, in the glass itself. It's a clear glass instead of a colored glass. So it's kind of a very similar to the reflections. And I've got another simple sphere tutorial coming out, a glass orb, a blue glass orb with a cool looking shadow with some water drops on it and refracted shapes inside the orb itself. And I have another pepper tutorial coming up. It's based on a cone instead of a cube like the one that just dropped yesterday. So those are some of the banked tutorials I have coming up. I also have a new scene. It's a complex form, but it's a simple shape, right? It's a whale, right? It's a blue whale in the ocean, kind of has that nice arc, in the water, just under the surface. So you can kind of see the surface of the water. So it's a really good wet on wet tutorial, getting all the atmospherics just right, using wet on wet before you come in and start color blocking the whale and getting the shapes just right, and then adding in all the details. So that one's coming up, and gosh, that may be about two or 3 weeks out before it comes up. But it's all done. I just need to get it edited and get all my voiceover done and add in all the goodies. So be ready for that. That's a fun one coming up. I'm going to be doing more drawing tutorials, some head and shoulders, faces, show you how to do the Loomis method, break down the face, the proportions and the shapes and of everything you need to do. Some tutorials on 3/4 view versus, there it is, straight on views, and what's easier and why it's easier and this and that. So those are going to be coming up very soon. And let's see here. What other fun things? I made some notes here. I can't believe I've gone through that already. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I just got to remember to keep it simple, break it down for you, and let you practice those various things so you can start stacking the workflows together so you can do more complex scenes when we get to that point. So practice these basic fundamental things. Be consistent with what you can do. If you've done it once, you've done that pepper once, it was good, do it again. See if you can make it good again. If you did it bad, do it again to make it good, right? So that's really kind of my standard chant for the students in my watercolor class up at the university, is to just practice and do not expect to go in and do that that opera, that orchestra piece, without going in and practicing for hours and hours before you get in there and do it. So I have a good friend up at the university that he's a musician, so I tell him I like to use the music model pretty extensively in my classes when students are learning how to do various things. It requires a lot of practice, daily practice, before you can, really want to dive in and do that something good, that art, that piece of artwork that you want to be good. So, and bringing those skills up to a level that you have your expectations, you have your skills. Can you get those two things to balance out? So, anyway, well, I am not going to bore you any more than that, if that's all I'm going to do, because my previous versions and the things that I scrapped, I just started babbling. So I don't want to babble anymore. I'm 11 minutes in, so give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed my finger story. And trust me, you can make a comment if you like. If you want the whole story is an epic saga that I may or may not share. Again, this happened when I was 17, and not only was my art teacher involved, but my mom, my granddad, several locations. It was the epic story that I have come to tell over the years, and a lot of my classmates from high school still remember it very fondly. So anyway, I see there, I said I was going to quit, and I started babbling. So thanks for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe. Tell your friends and relatives and neighbors that they need to start doing some watercolor, and we'll get them going. So we'll see you in the next vlog. See ya.